Sunday marked the raising of the green flag for the Daytona 500. Everyone was wondering what will happen, who would be responsible for the crashes, and who would profit from them. Everything fell into place, and the winner emerged with a caution on the final lap. So Nascarians, stay tuned to NASCAR Zone as we discuss the moments before this year's NASCAR Cup Series opening disaster. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. While Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is having a good time celebrating his victory in the Daytona 500, his competitors did not get the ending they were hoping for. Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon, and Jimmy Johnson were among the 39 other drivers who competed in this year's Cup Series race. Stenhouse prevailed over all of them to win the third Cup Series race of his career. He beat out Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, and Kevin Harvick as well. The first major caution of the game eliminated many competitors who had a good chance of winning the race. After losing control in the outside lane with only 12 laps remaining, Tyler Reddick was passed by Kevin Harvick. The event set off a chain reaction with significant repercussions. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, and Daniel Suarez were among the 8 drivers whose vehicles were involved in the accident that included a total of 8 vehicles. However, only Blaney was able to complete the race. The vehicle driven by Reddick was completely wrecked, while Elliott's vehicle experienced significant suspension damage. The collision brought an early stop to the race for Reddick, Elliott, and Jones. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and Harvick were some of the other drivers who were involved in the collision as well. As there were still 63 laps to go in the race, Ryan Blaney's tire came loose from the rim and fell into the track. Another significant accident occurred with approximately 21 laps remaining in the race. This one involved McDowell, Preece, and Truex amongst others. A second warning flag was waved after Dillon lost control of his vehicle, which led to a collision off turn 3 that nearly wiped out half of the remaining drivers in the race. The 13 drivers who were involved were Chastain, Cindric, Dillon, Keselowski, Hamlin, Herbst, Burton, Byron, Justin Haley, Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, Gregson, and Johnson. Now let's discuss how the crashes started and which of the driver faced the most loss. Everything was going smoothly until the 117th lap came the disaster. When they entered turn 3, Kevin Harvick gave Tyler Reddick a push. Reddick was making up ground. He managed to break free and then slammed against the exterior wall. Others weren't as fortunate as Ross Chastain, who escaped by the skin of their teeth. All 4 of Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, and Daniel Suarez were brought in for questioning. In addition to that, Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. each received a portion of it. Elliott, Jones, and Reddick were unable to get back in the race after they had been eliminated. Blaney persevered despite suffering heavy damage and eventually lost the right front tire. Elliott said that it seems like a few people got tied up front. After being released from the infield care center, Reddick explained,
It wasn't too bad at all. Just hated for the Monster Energy Toyota Camry TRD. I really felt like, we could push really well and we could actually make progress through the pack, but I'd just been not really in the lead much at all today. And that was really the first time I was getting any pushes in the lead. And the car seemed a little unstable down the back straightaway, and then obviously into 3, Kevin was trying to push me, and I just lost it. So if I would have known that earlier in the day, I probably would have been more careful about that, but that was really the first experience I had with that all day long, and it went bad.
Yeah, Kevin said he thought he might have hit you wrong, but you didn't feel much of a hit, huh?
I don't know. Like I said, down the back, when he got on my back bumper, it just didn't really seem like, when I had clean air there, that my car was really stable. I thought, okay, it moves around a little bit down the back. I've had this happen before. But yeah, I was kind of caught off guard by what happened in the corner there, unfortunately. Just, that was the first time that I've been put in that situation and got loose and unfortunately took out some other good cars.
what are your thoughts on the hard crash at the Daytona 500? Let us know in the comments section below. And also, do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The Daytona 500 only went 100 laps long. Have you imagined what could have happened if it had gone 200? When do you believe the winner of the race would have been? Two of the greatest drivers of their era vying for the title of Great American Race Winner if the Daytona 500 went the full 200 miles. With 5 laps remaining, Kyle Busch, on his 18th attempt to win the Daytona 500, made his move and took the lead from Brad Keselowski, who had led the most laps of the race with 42. Later, with only 2 laps remaining, a caution was waved after Daniel Suarez spun out of Turn 4. A caution flag was out for 200 laps, and Busch was in the lead. He had been attempting to win the Daytona 500 for 20 years, just like Dale Earnhardt had done 25 years before in a Richard Childress Racing Chevy in 1998. Because of modern overtime rules, he had to try to stay in the race for 2 more laps if he wanted to win the 500 on his 18th attempt. The situation quickly escalated after that. Both the car ahead of him and the one that took him out in the final lap crash cost him the race in the first overtime. Busch told the reporters that he was hoping a teammate would restart so he could get to the bottom.
I was hoping to have a teammate restart where I could get down to the bottom, and then when I got down to the bottom, we could get locked up, and the 24 and the 8 and the 3 would all work together and push and go, and it looked like it was kind of working, but we got too much separation off of 2, and I tried to back up to get to them, and when they hit me, it got me really squirrely, and then Austin checked up, and then the accordion happens, and everybody gets running over everybody. I think this is the first time I led lap 200, so I wish it was 1998 rules, but no, it's just part of the course, just used to it, and come down here every year to just find out when and where I'm going to crash and what lap I come out of the care center.
Busch is not the first driver to have a losing streak of 18 years at the Daytona 500. Keselowski has never won the Daytona 500. He is now 0 for 14 in the event. And now let's come back to our winner Stenhouse, who had his first race with Mike Kelly as his crew chief. Stenhouse won the Xfinity Series with Roush in 2011 and 2012 back-to-back years. He won 6 races on his way to his second-tier title. The next year, when Matt Kenseth left to go to Joe Gibbs Racing, he was moved up to the Cup Series to replace Kenseth. Stenhouse, on the other hand, never won the Cup. In his 10 full seasons at the top level of NASCAR, he has only finished in the top 20 in the point standings 3 times.
Yeah, I think this whole offseason, Mike just preached how much we all believed in each other. They left me a note on the car that said they believe in me and to go get the job done tonight. I made a few mistakes. We were able to battle back. This Kroger Continental team worked really, really hard this offseason. Great pit stops, Hendrick engines, glad a Chevy won. Man, this is unbelievable. This is the site of my last win back in 2017. We've worked really hard. We had a couple shots last year to get a win and fell short. It was a tough season, but man, we got it done. Daytona 500.
The NASCAR Cup Series will now spend most of its early regular season on the West Coast, beginning with the final race at Auto Club Speedway's original 2-mile layout. Fox will broadcast the Pala Casino 400 next Sunday at 3:30 p.m. ET. After the Daytona 500, who do you think will win NASCAR Cup Series this year? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.